or was a lie, Mike? What do you mean?
That they had no intentions to really strap it on. If you look through that, I didn't see one patented uppercut by Mike Tyson. What did Mike Tyson win on? Uppercut. Then I heard some people talking about they could put that in the contract. He couldn't body and then uppercut. Like, how could you put that in a fight contract? How you got all these people out here and he couldn't body him and do that patented uppercut? All of that is, Mike Tyson is not Mike Tyson anyway, and now you taking away Mike Tyson's best gift, which was that uppercut. Man, that's a big lie to me, man. That's like making me play a game without running a slant route and a deep in or a deep out. You do what you do best. And if they take that away, you ain't that dude no more. And they took that away.
Mike Tyson has sent a warning to Floyd Mayweather not to fight Jake Paul, once the undisputed king of boxing. Mike Tyson has always had a commanding presence in the ring and beyond, but at 58 years old, time has a way of humbling even the greatest. His long-awaited return to the ring against Jake Paul, a YouTuber turned boxer, was a spectacle that drew the world's attention. Tyson came in
to fight somebody more his size, which I think made a difference. But again, it's like, what are we going to do in regards to Jake Paul in his boxing career? What are we going to do in regards to Jake Paul and his boxing career? Because he's proven time and time again he can sell an event, right? We saw that with Tyron. We saw that with Anderson. We saw that with Mike Perry. No matter who he fights, it's going to be big. Not Mike Tyson big, because we saw other guys sell 18,000. Against Mike Tyson, he sold 71,000 seats. But is this going to be a real career? Because how long can we truly just do these fights that ultimately don't matter? And realistically, when you do these fights, wow, they are fun. They really don't do much to help a sport that needs everything. Every big thing should be done to help. When Francis Ngannou fought Tyson Fury to a decision, I said boxing lost. Every time we allow for Jake to kind of roll out there and put on these types of fights, it's not the best look for the sport of boxing. It really isn't. And I'm not hating on Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul is a much better boxer. People give him credit for. But I mean, how could he not be? Kid's a millionaire that's training with high-level coaches. His coach used to be at Kronk Gym. He was a fucking guy that was trained under Emmanuel Stewart. He's getting the best of the best in preparation for these fights.
Strong, fueled by his legacy and the same grit that defined his prime years in the 80s. However, it wasn't enough to stop the relentless energy of a 27-year-old Paul, who claimed victory through a unanimous decision. The match, hosted at AT&T Stadium and streamed as part of a historic live sports event on Netflix, marked a new chapter in Tyson's storied career. Despite flashes of legendary power, it was clear that nearly 2 decades away from the ring, and the march of time had taken their toll. Jake Paul, with his unorthodox but effective style, controlled the pace and proved that youth and preparation often outweigh experience when the years stack up.
It just hurt me to see Mike there in that situation, like knowing Mike, what he can do, and see him there with Jake Paul, and Jake Paul like, hey man, like that side just hurt me. Although like you have to give it to Mike, man. This is 58 years old Mike Tyson that been doing this sport since 12 years old, I believe. And then to be able to still be able to like stand up on his own at this age, I think is impressive. And stand up against a young 27 years old guy, even though I would say he wouldn't be at that level, but wasn't that much a threat for Mike, though. Like, you have to give it up for him, to him. standing up by his own at that age, and go like over 15 minutes with a young guy. Man, that was impressive.
This defeat wasn't a shock to those who follow the sport closely. Among them was Floyd Mayweather Jr., a fellow boxing champion. Legend who has always had an eye for the business side of the sport. With whispers of Mayweather potentially stepping into the ring with Paul, the idea of two eras colliding seemed enticing. Claiming, and what Mike Tyson stepped in, has sent a clear warning to Mayweather to not do it. Tyson's message isn't just about boxing, it's about protecting the sanctity of their legacies. After all, Mayweather, undefeated. Record and calculated approach to the sport have kept him on a pedestal long after his official retirement.
All you guys are hating on Jake Paul, but I give him props. The guy made $40 million, he sold us all on a big fight. He's probably arguably done more for the sport in this last fight and drawing attention back into it, because it is a dying sport, since anyone's done since Mayweather. The fact that he got on Netflix, the viewership numbers, he got Mike Tyson paid tens of millions of dollars as well. But here's the most important thing that no one is talking about. He purposely didn't knock out Mike Tyson. He held back. Not a single person has realized it. Jake Paul, he knew he could have knocked him out. He could have done it in the 4th round easily. Why do you think nothing was done for the rest of the fight? It's the respect he had from him. He knew two things. One, he could drop him like that. Mike Tyson had no energy whatsoever left. And you don't knock out a grandpa. That would be the nightmare scenario for him and his brand. If he dropped or hurt Mike Tyson, he would be done. He would completely be canceled. Everyone would hate his guts. That's why he held back. The pitter-patter punches at the end. And so in a way, when you say, yeah, it was rigged. Yeah, it was rigged because he didn't knock him out. He knew he could have easily. Honestly, I thought he was incredibly kind to Mike Tyson. He made his money. He knew he didn't have to hurt him. And Mike could leave with a bunch of money and his dignity. Shout out to Jake Paul. And congrats on making all that money.
A match against Jake Paul could be lucrative, but it could also tarnish a reputation that took decades to build. Tyson's warning seems to carry a deeper understanding of what's at stake, not just for Mayweather, but for boxing as a whole. Mike Tyson's return to the ring was as much a spectacle as it was a sobering reminder of how far the mighty can fall. The fight against Jake Paul, marked by a 31-year age gap, wasn't just controversial. It shows how time spares no one. Tyson's legendary past couldn't save him from the reality of the present. He barely scraped through the 1st round, claiming it as his only victory in an otherwise one-sided match. From there, Paul controlled
to fight Canelo. So that's, where his mindset's at.
It get by Canelo. Oh, I'm sorry. It's TMT.
You can curse.
I apologize, but
no apologize about.
There's no way he get demolished. But for what he's doing, as long as they keep getting YouTubers and keep putting them in there with MMA guys, that's kind of over the hill, he's gonna continue to shine. So I'm proud of him. I'm not really upset. Even like it was so crazy. I remember just a while back, his brother was like, "Oh, I didn't get paid. It was just like I said before. He's going to keep his name out there. As long as he attaches his name to mine, he's going to keep my name out there. Remember what he said? He said, "Oh, Mayweather ain't on. He didn't pay me. Where's the lawsuit? If you didn't get paid, where's the lawsuit?" So it's a bunch of bullshit. But like I said before, they know what they're doing. Both brothers, Logan as well as Jake, they know what they're doing. So they're doing what they got to do. I can't not.
Fight doing just enough to ensure his 11th win in 12 fights, without delivering a knockout blow to the financing boss. Aging icon criticism had been mounting since the fight was announced. Many in the combat sports world questioned the ethics of pitting a 27-year-old internet personality against a 58-year-old former champion, battling numerous health issues, and their concerns played out in the ring. Tyson managed to land a mere 18 punches across all the rounds, while Paul connected 78 times. The disparity was glaring. And while some fans speculated that Paul's gloves may have given him an edge,
It's their own opinion. People have good things to say, people gonna have bad things to say.
But I just really believe that, I brought a lot to the sport of boxing. I truly is one of the pioneers in the sport of boxing to change the sport of boxing. Um, the fighters today are making money that they're making in the sport of boxing because of a lot of the sacrifice that I made in the sport. And I'm happy that these young fighters are getting the paydays that they're receiving.
The reality was clear. Tyson was simply outmatched. For many, watching Tyson in this state was painful. It wasn't just about the loss, it was about seeing a man who once epitomized greatness. Struggling to keep up with a social media personality, the fight might have been a payday or an attempt to reclaim some piece of his legacy.
Right. See, I want to lay all the scenarios out there, all the possibilities, because I felt like that's what I should do. But the ones who just came right out and said, oh no, come on, this is ridiculous. If you think anything other than the 28-year-old win, you're an idiot. You're crazy. You're fooling yourself, But they watch too. They watch maybe because they bet, they figure they're going to make a score, but they also watch because you had to watch. You still, I mean, they got you. They got you. The guy used to be the baddest man on the planet. He smacks him at the end. You had to watch. You just, everyone was going to be there. You had to be there. You had to be there.
But it left fans and critics alike wondering if it was worth it. Jake Paul may have walked away with another victory, but in the eyes of many, the match only served as a reminder of just how far Tyson had fallen from his days of glory. Paul himself admitted he was taking it easy on Tyson, but that did little to soften the blow of seeing a once dominant figure look visibly fatigued as the fight dragged on.
Floyd Mayweather and 50 dudes pull up out of nowhere, out of like some side alley, waiting for me outside of this stadium. And they're like, so what's up? So what's all that talk now? I'm like, first of all, what did I say to you, Floyd? I just took your hat and you're still mad about it? Come on, bro. And then 50 dudes literally start surrounding me to try and jump me. I'm out that bitch. Hey, Floyd, you want to run it one-on-one? No problem, but I'm not dumb, okay? I'm tough. I don't need to prove my toughness, but I'm not dumb. I'm not going to sit there and try to fight 50 dudes. Dipped out of that bitch. Floyd, you're a bro. You're mad because I took your hat. Are you serious? Get over it, bro. Move on. Move on.
However, the fallout was anything but celebratory. Fans and fighters alike took to social media questioning the legitimacy of the bout and mocking the matchup with memes of Paul squaring off against other figures from the past. The event, while a spectacle, left many wondering about the trajectory of Paul's career.